April 5th.
You must be very careful, Margaret. It's the girl.
Witness the birth.
Bad things will start to happen. Evil things.
Of evil.
It's all for you. No, don't.
The first omen.
I believe the girl is to be the mother.
Mother of what?
Is the most terrifying.
666 is the mark of the devil.
Movie of the year.
It's not real. What's not real? Who said that?
The first omen. Rated R. Under 17, not admitted without parent. Only in theaters April 5th. Get tickets now.
This episode is brought to you by Paramount Plus. Ewan McGregor stars as Count Alexander Rostov in A Gentleman in Moscow, the new limited series based on the best-selling novel. Stream it with the Paramount Plus with Showtime plan. Visit ParamountPlus.com to try it free.
Join Reddit on Wiki every Monday and Friday for some of the most jaw-dropping stories Reddit has to offer. With each episode, John, Sean, and Josh meticulously curate the most engaging content from Reddit, transforming it into a podcast experience filled with laughter, awe, and sometimes disbelief. I bet. Get ready for a roller coaster ride of emotions with the most captivating stories from the corners of the internet. Subscribe to Reddit on Wiki wherever you get your podcasts. All right, David is back. We told you yesterday about Candace leaving RHOP. Most likely Robin is out. Who else could be on the chopping block for the RHOP cast? Do we think Giselle is finally gone? What about Ashley Darby? And buying Beverly Hills. Wow. Who knew that we'd be getting so much of the story of Mo and Kyle's marriage from buying Beverly Hills? And is it a bit of a slap in the face to Bravo that Netflix is really getting the scoop? So we'll talk about that because Mauricio has more to say about Rick Hilton and Paris Hilton's response to Mauricio saying that Rick did not want to make him a partner at his investment, his real estate investment and sales company. So where do we go from here? Is there any family repair? We get into all that. And Heather Dubrow and Dylan Mulvaney's new music video. People have thoughts. Here we go. I like RHOBH. While we're on RHOBH, what did you make of, Mauricio has responded to Paris Hilton saying that he has ridden her father's coattails and her father is a consummate gentleman. And now Mauricio is speaking up, and of course, it's all going to play out on Beverly Hills, on buying Beverly Hills. And he says it's just sad that Paris, is getting in the middle of it, and that he feels bad.
You know what they say, you always punch up. So I think that Paris should not respond to this. She doesn't need to punch down to Mauricio. Wow. Mauricio's punched back up. I think it's great for him to clap back on the heels of the show is back now. It's dropped. But if I were Paris, I wouldn't clap back because you always punch up. You never punch down. You just move on. So
that's why we don't get a lot involved with this podcast drama. It's like we'd be punching way down. Why?
Yeah.
Jeff Lewis wants to beef with us? Okay.
Jeff Lewis just apparently, someone said, they're listening to my episode right now with Stu, and they're telling me he mentioned you on the podcast by name. All right, well, what the fuck did he say? Did he give me shade? That will punch up. Sarah, but the rest of these podcasters punching way down, way down, way down, way down, way down. They're wasting their time. Speaking of which, what did you think? Do you have it in front of you? The RHOP reunion looks.
I do. I could tell you my best and worst dressed right this second.
Yeah, I mean, we did it for Beverly Hills. Who is like your overall? Who the hell is this?
NECA. I think you're looking at NECA.
I'm looking at NECA. That shows you how much I remember NECA from this season. I got a lot to say about these.
You do.
Looks.
Okay.
Okay. Who's your best? And who's your worst? There's a lot of middle of the road things going on here for me. But who's your best and who's your worst?
I have 4 best dressed and 3 worst dressed.
Gosh.
4 and 4. I have 4 best and 4 worst. My 4 worst are the worst of all, I believe, is Robin. Sorry. Robin takes, I don't know if this is like a jumpsuit. I don't feel like it helps her figure. I do love this black and white look overall. I feel like we haven't seen that in a minute. I love that the ladies leaned into the black and white. Robin, it's terrible.
So Robin is your number 7.
Mia is my number 6. I'm sorry, I don't know. What is this? She's laying Mia to me, she just always looks like a stripper. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. It just never looks fully classy. NECA is going to be my number 5. I don't know. The half titty, nah. My number 4 is, I love my girl, Ashley Dwaby. And, I know she's embracing the kind of pantsless look, but I don't know. The gloves always look so old to me, for the most part. My best dressed, my best overall dressed is the Grand Dame. I love the Karen Huger look.
Really?
It's age appropriate.
Oh boy.
Everyone's like, this is hideous. I don't know. I love it. I love the hair. I love the
We might have some disagreements. We have some agreements.
Wendy, Miss Osefo, second best dressed to me. Beautiful.
Oh, God.
I love the tacky necklace. Third, Giselle. I think this is one of the best looks I have seen on Giselle. Looks young. It looks youthful. The hair is back. The one strap off the shoulder. The leg. Give me leg. And then, my girl Candy Gal, although Candy Gal and Ashley Darby look like they're almost wearing the same thing, but I like Candy Gal. There you have it. Tell me yours.
I mean, number 7 for me is definitely Robin. I mean, I agree with you. What the fuck is this? Number 6. Yeah, number 6 is like, I actually love this. Okay, I'm going to do a last minute change. Number 6 to me is Wendy. This necklace is throwing, I think this is so weird. I think Wendy looks horrible. I think the hair is horrible. Number 5, the Grand Dame. I hate this kind of thing just sticking out at the top. Yeah, she looks okay. So that's 7, 6, 5. Number 4, it's only because I actually love this dress. Okay, wait. Number 4 is Giselle. I just think it's boring, but for Giselle, boring and elegant is good. Number 3, but I actually hate it. I do think she looks like a stripper, and I think she looks so fucking tacky. Number 3 is Mia, because the dress itself, I love this dress.
Really?
Like, if this, you know what?
She's too busty for it, though.
Yeah. Like, I'm not into these big boobs, these big fake boobs.
I agree.
They're stripperish. I don't like them, but I love this dress. Number 2 is Candy Gal, and number 1 I think is Ashley Darby. I think it's so on trend with the pantsless, and I love that, like, it kind of covers one leg, and I don't know. I think this is, and like Ashley isn't like busting out of it, so it's showing a lot, but it's like doing it in like more of a refined way. Wait, I really like Miss Darby.
Where did you put NECA?
Oh shit. I'm not trying to do this on purpose. Obviously, NECA. Okay, NECA would be, believe it or not, you're gonna find this shocking. NECA is my number 2.
A best dressed NECA is your number 2.
I think I love this. Oh. Yes. I love it. I love this. I love it because she's also not too busty. It's covering the bust, but it's showing some chest. It's sexy. NECA, it's number 2. I love it. I truly love it. Sorry, NECA, I keep forgetting about you, but you know what? The whole season, I forgot about you. I try to bring this fake storyline of witchcraft, and I'm just over it.
Everybody's over NECA. I don't think we're going to see NECA again, but.
No, I don't think. I think
NECA and Robin.
We're done. We're done, guys. The P is not. You want casting news about Potomac? You better wait a day. You better wait a week. You better wait a month. I say 3 to 6 months before we know anything about Potomac.
I was thinking
3 to 6
4.
months.
4 came to mind. 4 months. I think
it's over, guys. It's over.
I call him the no-Zempic, been on Ozempic doctor. I'm talking about Dr. Applin and his wife who founded My Optimal Body. I'm so happy about this. These are the first mindful eating-based doctors I have ever partnered with. They see patients nationwide, and they are seeing more patients who have been on Ozempic, and Ozempic has failed for them. What makes My Optimal Body so unique, and why am I endorsing them? It's because Dr. Applin actually looks at food additives, your addiction to food, your mental health. They do a whole look at you, including your gut health. Many of Dr. Applin's patients are working out, restricting their diets, and still gaining weight. Why is that? Because something's going on in your body and with your mind. Visit myoptimalbody.com to request an appointment. Be sure to tell them the Sarah Fraser Show sent you so you can qualify for a free personalized assessment, plus a bonus free 30-day supply of their gut repair product when you sign up for a customized plan. Again, that's myoptimalbody.com to request an appointment. I'm a DC expert. I first job in radio was in DC right after college, and then I built my career there. So I was on the radio for 9 years in morning radio and then television for Fox 5 DC. So I know the market really well, and I can tell you they're having a very hard time casting. It's a tough. It is why.
It is.
It's why Real Housewives of DC didn't work. When you live in different cities like New York, New Jersey, Los Angeles, Orange County, and then you do DC, it's a whole different vibe there in Northern Virginia and Maryland. It's politics, it's more closed-minded, it's lobbyists, it's lawyers. Those are the ones with the big money and influence, and they don't want to be on television. The wives can't really air
New
the
York
dirty
is hard
laundry.
in a sense of like the finance people won't do it, and it's hard to film in New York. Here it's easy because like every fucking restaurant, I mean, we're all in the industry here, and everyone is like understands the like, you're going to show the marquee, like Lala and Katie were just at Henry. Katie's like, I haven't been here in a minute. You know what I mean? It's like, so I think that's why LA is easy, because every restaurant, every place is going to say yes. Sorry, close. I mean, a few weeks ago, I got a call from Delilah. We're so sorry, you have a reservation tomorrow night. We have to cancel it. Shockingly, they're like, you can have 20% off when you come in. I'm like, oh, well, that's nice of you. Whatever. We're closed for a private party. We go in the next week. We find out Lionel Richie shut the whole place down for a party. I mean, like, people will film here. But I agree with you. It's not so easy. I don't think we're going to see Nneka, and I don't think we're going to see Robin. And I don't think losing 2 is enough. I think someone else is going to have to go.
I think they're going to try to look for somebody in Baltimore that's rich. And
who's gonna go though besides that? The professor?
Who's leaving? Nneka's out and Robin's out. I think.
Yeah, but don't you think we need a third person to be gone?
Well, Huger's definitely coming back. They love Giselle. They love Darby. So there's 3. Who else?
Still, I mean, they're not going to get rid of Candy Gal.
They're not getting rid of Candy Gal.
The professor? Is it time for the professor?
Well, I think Candy Gal needs an ally. And so
are you sure they're never going to get rid of like Giselle or Ashley? Are you sure they're never going to get rid of Ashley?
I think Ashley will leave on her own. I think Ashley,
guess what?
I think if Ashley could do something else, she would definitely do something else. But I
want to offer some career advice to Ashley. Don't leave on your own, sweetheart. Don't.
Well, I think she's smart enough to know that. Maybe I think she's smart enough to know, like, unless she came into a lot of money, I think she's smart enough to just like keep working it until they say it's time. They've got a problem, I think, in Potomac. I really do, because I'm even trying to think of, the only sort of famous people that live there are Linda Carter. She would have been good. Her husband died, but she's not in the age demographic. She was, of course, famously
way too old. I mean, no offense
Woman.
to her, but
way too old. I'm trying to think of even former politicians that are interesting.
Boring.
But they're boring. Like, they're not going to cause drama. I don't know. I mean, it's like they almost have to find this wealthy Baltimore. I don't know. I think that's going to be hard to do.
I think we need to pause a bunch of the series.
And
by the way,
messy. Like,
where is Atlanta? Where's Atlanta? I mean, like, we still don't have things solved in Atlanta.
Oh, that's going to take a...
What is Candace talking about when she says she has... What is Candace? She's weighed in on the Nene and Porsche's Hasn't Candace come out and said Candy Gal?
She did.
Also, did you see this? That Chris Bassett's spoken up in defense of Candace. Someone's coming after her.
Well, what are they coming after her about? I saw the clip too where she's not sure she wants to have light-skinned children. Are they coming after? Is he defending her about that?
Yes.
And
Chris is like, that's fine.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm sure people have that conversation, you know, in real life. I mean, if you're in a mixed
By
race
the way,
yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. That is important. You have to have that discussion. Apparently, Eagle Eye fans had this just in from last week. Fans have spotted Kim Richards' name on a sign at the Beverly Hills reunion, sparking rumors Miss Richards, Kim, was supposed to attend with her sister Kathy. All three sisters would have been on the stage for the first time ever. Kim appeared in several episodes, though throughout the season, though it was Kathy who surprised castmates at the reunion couch. In a screenshot, Kim's theme was posted on a sign of a trailer next to Kathy's. It was only shown for a small moment. Ooh, you guys are good. You see everything. I don't even know. As I told you, I was at Elizabeth Vargas's on air on her podcast. I'm like, what season were you on? 14, 15, 17? I don't know. Fans are now wondering if Kim was supposed to attend the reunion but didn't show up. Other wonders if there was, if she was there with Kathy behind the scenes. Oh, this isn't. Oh, here. Oh, I have a picture. There you go, everybody. We have a picture of Kim's name on the door.
Wow, that would have been really big.
What do you think about this, honey?
I think I would have loved to have seen that. I think everybody would love to see those three women on camera. I think they would love it. I think they would love it. I think that's the realest angle they could ever do. However, I think they all are hesitant to do it because they sort of go through these ebbs and flows where they all get along and then they don't get along and they hate each other and they like each other. And I don't know. I mean, you know, we always say if you're going to be on a reality show, you know, the Kardashians are able to stay a family because it's not really real anymore, you know? That's how they're able to stay.
And because there's so many of them. You know what I mean? Like when your day is off, they have the others pick up the ball. You know what I mean?
But I think those girls, because Rob's out, Caitlyn's out, you know, I think they all understand the assignment. I think Kathy and Kim and Kyle, what's so great is that it's actually genuine. But they get upset. They get genuinely hurt. And Kathy, I'm sure.
Can't we just have a nice little scripted light bite show with the three sisters? Like Kardashians, like just light and bright, and we'll never deal with anything so real, you know?
Maybe. Yeah, why not? I'm sure they're talking to producers all different ways, but we would love a Kim Richards back. And again, I always say it. I don't know Kim Richards personally, but I would hope that her sobriety, she's been sober now a few years, hopefully that's more important than anything else. But at the same time, do we want to see sober people on air? You know, do you?
Well, a lot of the fans have come for Lindsay Hubbard because she said, you reminded me of Cocaine Carl last night. And Carl is sober. So there's somebody sober. Lala.
Everybody's sober on Vanderpump. I mean, is there 2 or 3 more seasons of all of them being sober?
If what we think happened at the reunion, if Ariana eviscerates Lala, and now our first Tom Sandoval saves the show. Now 2 seasons later, Ariana is saving the show because she's eviscerating Lala. I think Ariana eviscerating Lala going psycho like she often does when someone comes for her. And then Lala, I think Ariana and Katie versus everyone. If Sandoval could be back in with Sheena and Lala and Schwartzy, and it's those 3 versus Ariana and Katie, and God only knows James could be in the middle with Allie. That's a more interesting season. And we can't talk about the outs of Tom Sandoval next year. It's got to be the outs of Katie and Ariana. And that could be led by Lala. So Ariana Maddox, if you eviscerated Lala at the reunion for real, then you just, I think, bought the whole show another season, right?
Yeah, I think I think you have to have that. So I don't know.
They're saying this train ain't going down. Somebody over there, producer, is going to tap somebody on the shoulder and say, as we wrap up this reunion, let me explain to you how we're going to start going into next season. And guess what? If we have eviscerating this and eviscerating that and tensions are running high, guess what? We're starting to film right away, girl. Right away, as soon as it's over in May. And you know what the thing is? Like, when you know you're coming back and you know you have your job, like we had this huge pause with Jersey, you know, and it's coming out. We filmed it, but we held it. I mean, it's you still feel it if you're like the Saj, you know, my friend the Saj, some refer to her as Miss Justice. She lives in Englewood. I wish her well. But like, if you were waiting for a paycheck, Teresa loves, that animal, she loves money, that animal. But I love money too. But when you're waiting for your paycheck, you know, if we space it out enough, you're getting one check, you're getting $1 million a year versus the two. Like, you do feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just if you have your job, you keep your job. But if you're now shooting once a year versus twice, you are making half the salary technically. So I have a weird feeling Vanderpump Rules might be like Salt Lake and Beverly Hills on a very short list of shows that is now picking up filming pretty much right when we stop. I bet you Lala and Ariana saved this, but really Ariana. So thank you, Miss Maddox. Thanks for taking a break from Chicago to come and film the reunion.
And all that jazz.
What a great little show. Classic.
Have you gone to see it yet? Are you going to see it?
I saw it with the one, the only Girardi Jane, Erica. I saw it with Erica.
And all that jazz. Let's paint.
Let me tell you, Erica, for a non-trained Broadway professional, kept up well. She kept up well, that Erica.
God, I have zero desire to see it.
I'm going to be doing the RHONJ recaps on Patreon only.
Those are going to be huge. What do you make of?
That's so lovely of you to wish me that success. Thank you.
I think it's going to be enormous.
Thank you.
What do you make of? Are you into it all, the drama with Heather Dubrow and Dylan Mulvaney? And I think, isn't it Dylan Mulvaney's? She came out with a song, right, about being a girl or something, and
music video, and yeah, you know, people are just they're not happy with Miss Dubrow. They're like, they've left lots of derogatory comments about this video. That Dylan man, she upsets the masses. Now, here's what I want to know. I mean, I don't want to start no trouble. Not that I give a shit.
Started. Did you tell me? Come on.
I just wonder, where is the Dodd Rick? What the hell is Rick's last name again? I forgot. I mean, sorry, Rick. It's been so long since
Kelly
we
Dodd
spoke,
and Rick Leventhal?
Leventhal. There you go. How could I forget that? Some say vodka, some say such a fast-paced charm life. I say I'm a little scared of what goes out of my memory, and it's cause for some concern. But Rick Leventhal and Kelly Dodd, what do they think about Miss Dubrow in Dylan's video?
It's on their Daily Smash. They did a whole thing. They hate it. They feel like Heather's mentally ill, and so is Dylan, and they did a whole thing on their stories about it, and they had a lot to say. And they said some other famous commentator thought Heather Dubrow was a drag queen in the video or something. So
people think, I don't know what upsets everybody about Dylan so much, but I'm not getting into politics, but it doesn't upset me. Everyone thinks I'm so conservative. Fiscally, of course.
You're a big trans rights activist.
I'm a big human rights activist. I don't care if you I don't care what you do in your spare time. I don't care. I accept everyone. Now, how the country is currently being run in the current state of America, I don't know if anyone's been in Chicago or Atlanta or, New York or LA or any of the inner cities lately, but we're a weak country these days. Sarah's like,
no, I have a ton. No, please. Do you think I give two fucks? I've been canceled 18 times. I got to go to this interview. Otherwise, I would share all my thoughts on why people hate Dylan Mulvaney. Because it's more, anyway, whatever. We'll save that for next time.
I know something happened and took away from I got it.
No, it wasn't a Bud Light. People just feel like she is, I think, people don't feel like it's sincere, I think is the thing. I feel Caitlyn Jenner is a woman, okay? Caitlyn Jenner is a woman. People feel that Dylan Mulvaney is a fame whore who has did multiple things prior to the transition, and now this is like the latest thing. Now, I'm not saying that's my opinion, but that is why people hate her so much. Because it's like, okay, bitch, now you're trying to steal thunder from women. And I don't know if she's even well-liked in the trans community, because I think people think she's I have to admit, I think she's a little... I don't care who you are, but I do think she's getting to the point now. It's like she's a fame whore. And I mean, I am too. Believe me, if I could stay up past 9 o'clock and get my shit together to do a music.
I don't like
but
thirst.
I think she's starting to feel thirsty, don't you think?
Well, let me look into this,
All right,
Miss
okay,
Mulvaney. But by the way, next time you have to go, we got to talk about, shout out to Caitlyn Jenner and Lamar Odom. Welcome to the game. They have a podcast.
They need to be on our
girl, you go do your big
Bye.
interview.
I gotta
Sarah's
love you.
going
They're waiting.
places.
Guests are
love
leaving.
you.
Bye.
Bye.